Boxing King Media, powered by BYD. Liam Cameron, it's been a few days. You're back in the UK, we're back in Sheffield, away from the bright lights of Riyadh. Do you feel or does anything feel different now that you've had that experience?
No, not to be fair. It feels a bit weird. I can go in the fridge for a curly whaler and not feel hesitant about it. But yeah, surreal memories.
Curly Whirly, I wasn't expecting to start with that. That's actually used to be one of my favourite chocolates growing up. Is that your go-to chocolate bar?
Do you know what it were? That were all what were in the fridge at the time. A couple of curly whirlies, so I demolished them.
I don't blame you, man. You deserve it, and it is one of the most underrated chocolate bars out there. You obviously got back. Just tell me, what was it like coming back home, walking through the door? Because I know you're proper family orientated, because everything you do it for your family. You've talked about that a lot of times. Going through the door, you see your missus and you see your kids. Kind of describe that moment.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I couldn't wait. I know it sounds daft, I was thinking, I've done all this now. I'm on this plane. Let this plane land safely. That's all I was thinking. So quite nervous on flight. My girlfriend says, your son's not going to bed until he sees you. So he were up, waiting. My daughter missed me. And give him a hug. Laid in bed with him.
What time did you get back?
Bit late, we were stuck in a traffic jam for a bit. We were on like 20, 30 minutes away from the house, but we were a standstill. I think we got back at 11.
Okay. So what was it like? You wake up the next day, and I'm guessing everyone on the estate's banging on your door. I wanted to say congrats. I just wanted to speak to you about your experience.
Yeah, everyone were trying to ring me. My phone's ping, ping, ping. I've had to put it on silent now because all it's doing is ping, ping. And like thousands of followers. I only started Instagram a year ago. I started with like 1,300 followers, and now I've got like 10k all in 2 days.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. The funny thing is, I think from all the content we published last week, your Wayne video with Ben Whitaker collectively did about, I think, 6 million views on our social channels. Just that Wayne video.
Wow, didn't know that.
Yeah. So 6 million people should recognize your face. So what about DMs then? So obviously you've got people knocking on your door. What about the DMs? Because them 10,000 people, they'll be sliding into your DMs. What, have you had any interesting messages that spring to your mind?
I've had a local lad, content creator from Sheffield. I've had Dan Osborne. I think he's off Tower. I think I watched it once back in the day and I can recognise him. Showing myself up now saying that, aren't I? But yeah, I've had the loads. I've had someone offer me a kitchen, someone offer sponsorship. Obviously, because people think, oh, he's made it now, but you still need this help. Just constantly people trying to ring me and stuff.
I love that, because that's what you want as a boxer, and somebody's looking to do your kitchen. Have you took up the offer?
I just said I'll have a look. Didn't jump into things.
That's brilliant. It just shows you how the world works, doesn't it? People ringing you up, offering you a brand new kitchen. One of the things I was thinking about during fight week, I can't remember who said it, but there was some comments made about your clothes. Somebody said something about you being dressed like you've been to Sports Direct or something like that.
Yeah, so what it were, we were saying, look at your clothes, man, like you're a tramp, this, that, other. I know, I know that, do you know what I mean? I didn't have no money before this fight. I can't buy Louis V. I won't buy it anyway. Got to be sensible with your money. But he's rocking up with all this change, talking down to me and stuff. And do you know what it were? What was a sad thing? I saw this little kid as I were having my dinner before the fight with the same shorts on as me, and I thought, that kid must have listened to that. And hopefully he's looked down and he's seen his own shorts. You don't mean you're any better because you wear Louis Vuitton and stuff. I wear, don't me, anything.
On that note, you're saying that because obviously I remember that comment, and I know even though you've made some money now, and I bet you're the kind of guy that don't spend money. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, I don't spend a penny.
Because I remember you saying you just want to spend it on your kids. So I spoke to our sponsors at Boxstore. You don't have to get it out now, but I got you a nice little package there. Yeah, so hand wraps, socks, clothes. I don't know what size you wear.
Any what they are. Do you know what it is? I met him. I was watching his videos before, and he got me through fight week. I was watching him meet Terence Crawford and Bivol.
Yeah, yeah.
And I met him, and I'm like, who's that now? And I saw him, and I thought, that's that guy who I've been watching. And he gave me a T-shirt, and he went, I've got you, brother, don't worry, I'll help you out. And wow, thank you to Boxrow, it means a lot.
I'll put XL and large in there because I don't know what you wear. Because I'm assuming most light heavyweights wear large, but you're quite big.
Bit of both. Bit of both.
Well, hopefully that should fit you great, and let me know how it fits. And then you were just talking about all the trash talk in the build up to the fight. Obviously, and I've said this to a few people. I know Ben away from the cameras. Like most fighters, you get an idea of what they're really about away from the cameras. Because everyone, some fighters play a role on camera, some just keep it as real. I think you're just the guy that off camera, you're the same on camera, yeah. So do you still take it personal, knowing that he potentially is playing this role, like the kind of pantomime villain? Because through history, we've seen them sort of characters make crazy money.
In life, it's all good when it's going good. So when he's won, he can pretend, fight's over now, fight's over. That's when you're winning. Controversial, or if he lost, is he going to be the same guy? I've took defeats, shook my opponents on. Look how much I've been bigging up Lyndon Arthur. That's the guy what beat me, just. That's the guy what beat me. And I've bigged him up. When Ben were criticising him, I defended him. And like I said, that's the guy who beat me. So it is what it is. He wore body bag season T-shirts. We're from Sheffield. We've had a few tragedies here. I don't really want to mention names because of families, but we should know who they are. And to do that, I've got kids. I want to go home to my kids. And to put body bag season on leaves a bit of a bad taste in my mouth.
Where did it go wrong? Because I remember I interviewed him, I think it might be the Monday of fight week, and I asked him, I said, I've not seen no trash talk from you about you. And the thing he said was straight away, he goes, he's a nice guy. I don't know what I can say bad about him. Then the press conference, everything just turned.
Yeah, he were doing it psychologically. He was saying, I like his teeth, I like his hairline. Obviously, everyone knows I've got a fucked up hairline at the minute. But I like his hairline, I like his teeth, I like his tattoo on his face. He was taking piss.
Okay. Well, talking of the hairline, I'm pretty sure somebody watching this will have some contacts in Turkey or something. Would you be up for that?
Do you know, I'll tell you a funny story. Just minding my own business once in gym, and Dalton must have been stood over me, and he went, if I win a world title, Liam, I'll pay for an hair transplant for you in Turkey. And I thought, he fucking knows, Dalton, he knows. And I'm thinking, cheers, Dalton. He's just ripped me to bits there, but he meant it in a nice way. So Eddie Hearn, get Dalton that world title shot because I'm thinning.
Would you go all out and do it all, or what? Yeah,
100%.
Yeah. What's Missy saying about that?
It's just giving me that. It's been a bit too nice for me. Saying I'm all right. Yeah, there were once when I had this daft haircut. I had short back in size, but me I looked like a pineapple. And my girlfriend I went, what's my hair like? She went, we're all right. And by the end of the night, I looked like a pineapple. And she was laughing on pictures after. And I went, you sent me out like that. You said I were all right. So, yeah.
Wicked. Let's talk about the fight. I think I was reading the comments. A lot of consensus is he started off well, and then you kind of, from round 2 onwards, you kind of imposed yourself on him. And then obviously we saw the ending, how it happened. Obviously I spoke to Dominic Ingle yesterday. I think he described it as that he felt that Ben grabbed you and pulled you over the ropes. I know you're like an honest guy, so you tell me, like you must have watched it, must have felt in that moment. How would you describe you both falling over the ropes? Who did what?
Ben was knackered after 2 rounds, very surprised on his fitness. He was spent, he had no left, he was trying too hard. I were only 50% because I was taking my time to put it on him last couple of rounds. So I hit him with a liver shot and he went, and he was winded and he grabbed me, and just before he hits ropes, he goes like that with his head. You can see it on the slow motion, he goes like that, and he pulls me down. If I were pushing him, he'd have gone flying and I'd have stayed up. So that's that one. And the security were holding me down, so Grant had to run round. I'm like, get him off me. I went, Liam, get back in ring. You've got 20 seconds. You won't fight. Look at him. He's bottled it. And it's someone in his corner team was shouting, stay down, Ben. Stay down. Something like that. I'll have to get the proper, I think there's video evidence now. It all unravelled. Do you know what? And on me heart, I'm hurt for him because I'm not a bad person. I am hurt for the kid. I've messed his persona up. But he's got to, it's all happened himself. He's took piss out of people. He's done it to his opponents. People were fed up with it. The all of Britain were messaging me to beat him. And I think I've given him that.
It's the harsh reality of boxing, unfortunately. It's a brutal sport. Like you said there, obviously, if you carry a certain persona, unfortunately, with that comes a lot of negativity and people want to see that happen to you. So, and obviously, you're there fighting for your family and your kids. So you got to do what you got to do. So you're describing it as you feel like he had his arms around your arms and pulled you over.
Pulled and lifted his head up. Oops, sorry. Yeah, he spat his gum shield out. He were exhausted. The guy were exhausted. He's been training with his brother. I think he says he's an ex-Royal Marine, I've heard. I watch everything, me. He must have been training him too hard or something because he were knackered. And that were, honest to God, I swear to God, that were 50% of me. The plan were to make him work, keep turning the screw every round, and that's what I did.
What do you remember after that? You both came back into the ring, and then there was loads of like commotion and stuff going on, but nobody knows what was being said. What could you hear at that time?
Well, we thought we won. I don't think Ben he crawled back into the ring, I think, and he were on his chair. But I don't know, he seems mentally weak, Ben. I could tell he were nervous fight week, and he tried projecting it onto me. I knew when someone's very nervous, his voice, his energy, I could just tell. And it was just at the press conference, it was that much bigger than me. By fight night, it went down. Whether that's confidence with me rising, it just didn't look as big as he were.
How did you take the draw? You obviously went back to your changing rooms, and I spoke to you ringside. You was fairly calm about it. I think you got told at that moment that you was going to be getting signed by Frank Warren as well. So probably a crazy amount of emotions. You feel like you're being hard done by. Then you're getting told Frank Warren's signing you. I've got no idea where your head was, and at the same time you're watching Beterbiev fight.
I were like mixes emotions. I didn't know if fight were going to carry on. No one would give us no. My trainer Pierce was saying you've won. Technical decision, you can't carry on. And when the ref asks Ben, can you carry on? He went no, and he asked him again, can you carry on? He says no. I've got the video, I've put it on my Instagram. You've got Fraser Clark, had an all inside his head. Bless him. I hope his recovery goes well. He walked out of that ring with his head held high. Ben, I'm laughing, I shouldn't be laughing. He got in a wheelchair.
What did you do when you went back to the changing rooms? I'm guessing Grant's a guy that don't take no shit. He says what he thinks. So what was the conversation like when you guys back?
They were everyone proud of me, to be fair, because they knew what was going to happen. I had to do my drug test. I had loads of people wanting interviews, and I was a bit like mad, like on edge, like people were around me and stuff. I just needed a minute to calm down. I couldn't really fathom what went off. I was thinking 1 minute I'm fighting, 1 minute I'm on floor, but not one person has asked how my back and neck is. He pulled me onto my neck. But the difference with me, I'm a true fighter, and I'll carry on. That's my corner teams to pull me out.
You obviously go away. Once it's all settled down, at what point were you told, guess what, Frank Warren's got an offer on the table? How did that come about? And just tell me your reaction.
So, like, I've never had a promotional deal. I've always been on ticket deals. So I've had to pay my way, do this, that, and other. So, Lee Eaton said, big up Lee Eaton, best manager in Britain. He said, you've got a signing with Frank Warren. I went, you're joking me? I thought we were just trying to cheer me up. You're joking with me? Don't tell me that if it's not true. I didn't believe it. No, nothing like that happens to me. So yeah, he's going to announce it in the morning. So I'm thinking, all right then. So next morning, notes happened. Then that afternoon, it happened. But what happened is, at the press conference, because obviously they shouted my name onto the stage, I walked past Frank Warren. I didn't know he was there till I watched it back, and I thought, oh my God, he's going to think I'm a right idiot. The man who I've looked up to in boxing since I was a kid, what he's done for British boxing. And I've just walked past him. That was my time to shake his hand for the first time. And I said to him at Wayne, I went, I'm so sorry, Frank, for ignoring you at press conference. I went, shook his hand. I went, thank you for everything you've done for British boxing. It's an honour to meet you. He went, thank you, and we shook hands. And now he's signed me. Buzzing.
I bet you are. Were you starstruck seeing anyone last week? Because that event was full of stars. You had Neymar ringside. Anyone that really got you?
I had a picture at Neymar, and I'll tell you a story. I've seen Busta Rhymes coming at me with security. So I've said to him, man, I've just boxed. Let me have a picture. And he went, I can't. So I'm there with phone. And as I press button, security guards knocked me. So I've got a blurred picture of Busta Rhymes, but I got the quality Neymar one, crystal clear. And I was buzzing. I was trying to tell him I've just boxed and not trying to big myself up, but he weren't bothered about me. Cannonball from Sheffield.
Send me that picture because I'll put it up on the video so people can see some context from it. So you've signed with Frank Warren. Liam, what's he saying? What's he going to do for you? What's the plans? What they've laid out for you?
I don't know, to be fair. We want the rematch, don't we? Be crazy if I said I don't want a Gink rematch, because they need it. They need it a lot, don't they, as well? Ben needs the rematch. He can't win either way, because if you don't take rematch, he's not as good as he thought he was he? And if he does take it, he's going to get absolutely beat up. So does he take a beating like a man, or does he have a couple of warm-up fights and then fight me? The public are going to decide what they think. They all want the rematch.
You know, obviously that's the boxing talk done, and you know we've talked a little bit about your backstory. A lot of people know, you know, what you went through, but I just want to pull out a couple of things that kind of stick out to me. Like, you know, in 2018 when you had that fight with Nicky Genman, and then obviously the test came from that, and they thought you had like Class A in your system or whatever. Then you got a 4-year ban, and I understand if you got done for the same thing now, you'd get a 3-month ban. It's madness, isn't it?
So we all kicked off online. We did a petition. They changed the rule into a maximum. I'm sure it's 3 months, but if you do a drug rehabilitation course, it's 1 month. So we were like fighting. Well, can't we have that now? And they went, because we're after your ban. The drug were only gonna hurt me. It weren't gonna hurt my opponent. We're only gonna make me worse. So they banned me for my own safety. Weren't good. What happened? But what do you do? Move on.
You lost 5 years of your life, but don't you think sometimes, probably in your example, it was kind of meant to happen like this? You've come back, you've had 3 kind of warm-up fights. You had that Harry Matthews, which was a statement stopping him, and then you've gone in against an IBO world champion, where you would have been a massive underdog. And like I said, some people thought you could have got a draw, maybe even edged it. And then Ben Whittaker, obviously you've seen the outcry from that as well. So you've fought an Olympic silver medalist and an IBO world champion, and you've held your own.
Yeah, definitely. I think more than held me on, to be fair. Yeah, when I boxed Lindy, I had 9 months of fighting. When I boxed Ben, I had 12 months. I boxed on the 6th of October, my comeback, and that was on the 12th of October. So 3 days over a year, and look what I've done.
Have you treated your kids or missus to anything? Apart from that, I think you told me internet. You've speeded up your internet, haven't you?
We speeded up his internet, fast fibre. Yeah. I got my kid, he likes basketball and Pokemon, so I got him a LeBron James thing. I give my daughter a bit of money, not much. She's saving, she wants to move to LA, she says. She's only 13. So she's got about 200 quid to her name. Don't know what I'm gonna get my girlfriend. She has too much off me.
Well, kind of, this might seem trivial to somebody, but when I came in and I said to you, like, what have you treated yourself to? And when you said to me, I've got speeded up my internet, just to kind of explain to people out there what having faster broadband means to somebody like you, because you've never had it before, like you said.
So when you see that screen, it's buffering, does my head in. So we've been waiting on our estate to get this fibre optic. So for years I've been waiting till it comes available. And this day it come available and we got it. No more buffering.
There you go. What a way to treat yourself, man. And it kind of shows the humbleness you've got inside you. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I do love that about you. Where does that come from, Liam? Because again, I spoke to Dom Ingle yesterday, and obviously he knows you from like since he was, I don't know, since he was a kid maybe. And one of the things he said you always was a humble kid, just like always. So I don't, because I've only met you recently, so I don't know. Because I assume maybe sometimes you go through life experiences and you kind of change your outlook on life, but you've always been like this.
Yeah, definitely. Do you know what it is? When we lost tragedies, we lost Tegan. I didn't just lose Tegan, I lost my family as well. My girlfriend, I don't want to sound bad, her head's gone. My little girl's got autism. She don't speak to no one, so we full-time look after her. So in a way, why I believe in God, I only had God to look for. He were only one what were going to help me. So I thought, you know what? I'm down on my knees here. I've got to look for someone. And it was God I chose. And obviously, I'm going to say there is a God out there because look what's happened to me.
Where does that come from? Because I think you've said it a few times on interviews with me. You've said, there must be a God now. So have you gone to the point where you've kind of questioned it and then gone back?
Yeah, you question it. You get always that one. So why did someone die in my family if there's a God? Well, we can't answer that question, but you might as well, when you've got nothing good coming to you, and everything is just torment and stuff, that's only who I could choose to look after me. I had to look after my family. I had no one to look after me, so I just choose God.
And I don't know, you'll have seen that video of Batebiev, when you watch somebody that devoted to God where they're asking God for everything and then they win the undisputed and the first thing he does is go and thank God for another couple of hours. Well, how does that kind of make you feel when you watch stuff like that?
Unbelievable. I watched that. We always ask for help when we're in need, don't we? But when we've got it, we don't say thank you. And I think that was his way of saying thank you.
What do you learn from that as a person yourself when you watch things like that?
I said it before, I don't want to keep going on about Ben, but you've got the biggest boxing stars on that top table. So humble, so polite, down to earth, soft spoken. Then you've what wears tracksuits and represents herself well. They've got wannabe rapper with chains on, Louis V, and just showing off. If to be that person, I won't want what he's got. I want to be like Arthur Bertbeev.
Will we ever see you in Louis V or any designer brands?
Definitely not.
Just box roll.
Just box roll.
Love that. I was speaking to, I don't know if you know Fawad. He does some interviewing for Boxing King Media here and there, and he goes to the Riley's gym. And he was telling me the other day he was in the gym the first day you went back, when you said, in your words, fat as a pig. And he saw you do pads, and apparently after one round you was fucked. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I remember it. Rob, big up Rob Riley, let me use gym. So I was going down there. Literally, I was doing weights at first, and Rob went, I'll take you on pads, and that. Did one round, I was fucked. Sorry, I shouldn't be swearing. Can we block that swearing bit out? Yeah. I were knackered. My first run were a 5-minute run on treadmill, so all them people that go, I'm not like you, I can't run and stuff. My first run were a 5-minute treadmill run, and I was spending it.
And again, just to kind of celebrate your journey, because you are like an inspiration to people, but considering where you've come from. And I remember the first time I spoke to you, I think you described yourself as a raving alcoholic. They were your words. Just because I'm guessing people that watch our content, there'll be somebody out there who's got an issue with drinking. How much was you drinking, Liam? And like daily, so people who drink alcohol maybe can get an idea for it, to just to show them where you've come from.
So what it is, this was my pattern. Wake up in the morning, oh God, what have I done? Why have I drank? I'm not going to drink again. We all say it, never going to drink again. That's the famous words of a drinker. Clock starts ticking round, comes to 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, you go, well, I'll have one glass. Turns up a full bottle. I was drinking a bottle of vodka every day, sometimes gin. I used to sit listening to music, crying my heart out. I used to sit there in doubt, watching music. That's why when people ask me about music, I say I don't like to listen to music, because every time I listened to it, I could hear crying in my head, my family crying, my girlfriend. I couldn't get this noise out of my head. I don't have it now. It were a tormenting noise in my head, and it were horrible, it was scary. And it were every time I listened to music, so yeah, I was just drinking every day, going at pub. But you know how good I feel now? I used to feel great by saying, I can sup a bottle of vodka a day, I'm an odd man. But I feel so much prouder now saying, Liam, what do you want? Do you want a drink? And I go, no, I don't drink, pal. Feel so proud of that. So it's going to be 2 years in January. I ain't touched one drop, not even a sip.
And how was you funding it? Like, because that sounds like a lot of money spent on alcohol every day.
Why were I funding it?
Because I know I've spoken to people before, and they end up borrowing money from family, friends.
It's not really too dear, drink. Yeah. What is it? I used to suck vodka, so it were like a tenner for a bottle. But like another story, we've woke up with no electric in the house, going, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? Having to borrow money off my mum and dad, 20 quid for a bit of electric. Now that is bad when that's happening. So, and look where I am now. This time last year, I swear to God, I didn't have £10 to my name.
It is incredible where you've got to, Liam, and this is what I want to get out there to kind of make people realise that it can be done. I watched a video on Twitter that you posted earlier where you and your mate Hassan are doing pads where you've got a big gut on you, but you've got a 6-pack now. You must feel proud watching stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel proud of myself. People used to say to me, you've just said it, what did you just say now? You said something.
Inspiring people who, so they can see where you've come from.
So people said to me, there is light at the end of the tunnel, like, it can be done. And I was that person listening to that, and I was thinking, no, not for me. There's no other way. I don't see this light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm telling you, you put your mind to it, you stop drinking, you can control drink and drugs. You've mastered it, I'm telling you.
We're looking 24th of October 2009, which is literally 9 days away. It will be the anniversary of your first ever fight. I don't know if you know that or not, at the Sheffield City Hall. Do you remember that at all?
I remember my first fight because I boxed Matt Scriven, journeyman.
Yeah.
And I thought, he's lost loads, this kid, but people saying he knows his way around the ring, don't look at his record. I could just remember he had 3 massive cuts on his face. And in amateurs, that would be like kind of stopped. And I'm thinking, well, I'm smashing him in these cuts, and referee's not stopping it. There's blood all over the place, and that was my awakening into pro ranks.
What did you get paid for that?
Embarrassing, 1,400 quid.
That's a lot more than most fighters, but still decent.
But I did quite a bit of tickets. Must have done 7 grand of tickets. People pretend they know me and they know my story and how many tickets I've done and this, that, and you see it online and you think, get off it. Do you know what I mean? I know stuff. People are saying that Liam's had a promotional deal before. I've never had a promotional deal. It was all ticket deals. No one's ever signed me but Frank Warren. He's the man.
I love that, Liam. And it is truly incredible to do what you did in Sheffield City Hall all them years ago. It also gives people an idea if you're selling £7,000 worth of tickets, you as the guy that's selling them, you're walking away with 1,400, which is like not even 20%, is it?
I think because our ABA champion, my opponent, wanted a bit more kind of thing. Well, it just said that you have to get them 2-3 grand. I take 1,400. Then you've got your medical. That's like 1,200 quid. It's an odd game, this boxing, but you've got to be in it for the long run. You've got to learn to take losses, get into that top 10, be humble, of course, train hard, and everything will come good.
Last two questions for you, a couple of deep ones. What do you think your purpose in life is now that you've had all these mad experiences and you're kind of on the road to like hopefully greatness?
My purpose in life, to just do my best. I think I've shown that I always give my best, and that's embedded in me now. Just give your best, Liam, and you'll be fine. And I think I've been fine up to now.
You scared of anything? Any fears? Because I asked everyone this week, but again, we missed out. So I want to know if Liam Cameron is scared of anything.
As a kid, I used to be scared of dog. Didn't like dog. I don't know why I was scared. I used to be scared of ghosts. Probably my nan, she was very old and she used to be deaf. So she used to put telly on full whack and all she watched were horror movies. So me sat there as a kid watching Exorcist with her head spinning round probably did that to her. But yeah, don't let your kids watch Exorcist.
You scared of the dark?
No. I know that sounds daft. Since Tegan died, that fear become. I used to be scared of ghosts. Since she died, like I'm not scared of it anymore.
You've been to her grave, I'm guessing, since you've come back?
Yeah. Well, I had time. If I was thinking today, I need to get some flowers, put it on. I'm gonna have a picture. It's a lovely grave we've got. We actually did that charity run. It took ages for this bench, this marble bench we've got. So money went to that. We're still waiting for it to get done now. So that'd be nice when that can come on.
Good stuff, Liam. Always, man, it's a pleasure speaking to you, and I wish you all the best, and hope things are only getting better for you. Anything else you want to add before I let you
go? Thanks to my trainer, Pierce, my sponsors, RCP, these ones here, I don't know if you can see it. Yes. TEC, Takington Engineer, Empire, and NLJ Joinery and Build. Yeah. I'm a bad reader, aren't I? Yeah. Showed my son up, but yeah, I'm Box Row.
Thank you. What a guy. Liam Cameron, thank you for that. Thank you.